Hello and welcome everyone. Community Distance Reiki. I'm Danielle Stimpson of Learn Reiki Philadelphia, and I'm so glad to have you here with me today. If you are new here, go ahead and click that live chat button. Feel free to say hi, introduce yourself, and make any healing requests. We're going to get things started off by building a beautiful crystal grid exactly to the request of everyone here. For those of you who are returning, welcome back. It's good to see you again, and thank you as always for your support. And for those of you who might be watching this on the replay, hello, you can go ahead and skip ahead to the healing if you want to. It'll be about at the 1 hour mark or where you see the lights begin to shift. Other than that, if you want to learn more about me, my live online Reiki certification courses, my community Discord, crystal shop, and one-on-one sessions and readings, you can find those all at learnreikiphiladelphia.com, or you can check out the description below. So let's go ahead, say hello to each other, and dive in on that grid. Okay, so let's say hi to everyone. I did see Grace and Jennifer. Violet Integration, welcome in. It's good to see you. Oh, so happy. So happy to see you all. Yeah, lots of stuff to request help with today. A lot of Philly in here, and man, it's already been a morning, especially for us. You know, it's already been like a very full day for us here in West Philly. Yeah, let's get some healing on. So Grace would like some heart healing and more. Intention of abundance and removal of creative blocks. Absolutely. financial uncrossing, stability, disability documents approved, sleep regulation, your cat's teeth and gums, and some specific stones. Cool. So let's dive in. We've got the grid up. What are we going to start with here? So let's say heart healing and more energy. Let's bring in, for more energy, I love bringing in rutilated quartz, and we'll also set an intention that this support Korakar's stepfather. This is one that helps. Rutilated quartz is clear quartz with these rutils or kind of lines going through them. Those rutils are thought to bring focus to energy, to intentions, focus to the mind, a better connection to the mind, body, spirit connections. And as it's thought to help like focus energy, it's also thought to focus any kind of healing. And as such, it's been a beautiful gift for folks with cancer for decades. It's also thought to bring up energy when we need it. And so, yeah, let's bring in some rutilated. So we'll bring that in. And pardon me one moment. Just had to adjust my mic. Didn't want that to to hurt your ears. We've also got, let's see, heart healing. Let's bring in some rhodonite, as well as some rose quartz. Rose quartz is the one that we always think of for the heart, and with good reason. It's one that is just unconditional love, just completely, almost like no other motivation. So those times when we are doubting ourselves, when we're hurting ourselves, when we're kicking ourselves, when we've got not so great things that we're holding on to because we're afraid something worse is going to creep in, this is a stone that reminds us that it's okay to let go and make that space. There's something else to allow in, and you do deserve better in your life. So we'll bring this in. And rhodonite is the like unrequited love breakup type stone. It's definitely for grieving the end of a relationship, or just a broken heart in general, or even just sort of sadness there. It's also one that helps with insecurities. And here is a rhodonite. It's mostly pink. It's got some black in it too. And yeah, also great for allergies, autoimmune stuff, and the lungs. And you can probably hear Hattie in the background. Hattie Cat agrees. Yeah, she agrees. It's so funny when I watch these back and I can hear Hattie talking in the background. Okay, so let's see. We'll also bring in some kunzite for your heart too, because we used that last time and it was really helpful. And I brought in a bracelet that I've been wearing on and off. Pink kunzite is like high vibrational, unconditional love. It's like rose quartz, higher vibration, and connected to the angelic realm very much. It's pure love and support, pure unconditional love. So we'll put that there. In the center here, we do have our usual mirror for deflecting anything that's like not great energy, and our copper spiral. Copper helps to break up blockages and get the energy flowing. So I hope that that helps, Grace. I'm so glad that you are here. Hey, Chris, Patty, it's so good to see you all. Oh, welcome in. Abundance and removal of creative blocks. Absolutely. We've got some carnelian and some sodalite. My favorite combo. Carnelian helps with creativity as well as everything else that has to do with the sacral chakra. And that's the second chakra. It's beneath the navel. It's connected to how we relate to others. It's also a beautiful stone of relationships. So not just romantic relationships, but absolutely including romantic relationships, as well as fertility, sexuality, sexual function and dysfunction, finding your spiritual relationship, whether you call that a soulmate or a twin flame. It's also great for overcoming apathy and laziness. So, beautiful stone to work with. And Hattie has joined us under the desk. The more good kitty vibes, the better. There we go. Cooking with gas. Sodalite helps with expressing ourselves. And so when it comes to creativity, sometimes things get locked up in the creative center, the place where we create in the sacral. And sometimes it gets kind of stuck where we're having difficulty expressing the creative stuff. So sodalite very much helps with that throat chakra, with deep expression, authentic expression. It also helps things like grounding impulses, as well as it's got some indications for helping homesickness, but in general, expression, communication, in any way that shows up, whether it's artistic, whether it's musical, whether it's performance-based, however you express yourself, this can aid you in doing it. So we'll bring that in. Let's bring that in next to it. It's a superb stone to have around too when you're doing any kind of spoken like address or speaking engagement. It can really help you to speak better. And we've also got some, let's see, abundance. Let's bring in that citrine. This helps with abundance of all the things that we need, but especially of financial abundance. And not that it's ever a bad time for that, but this is a particular this particular time in history, I think we could all use a little support. This is also great for helping us to make good financial decisions. So not just bringing in the finances, but how best to work with the ones that we have. It's also great for things like balancing logic and intuition. It's thought to help addictions and compulsions, and even support things like balancing logic with intuition. So there is our citrine, that beautiful natural brownish kind of orange. We'll go ahead and we'll bring that in here. Thank you for being here. It's good to see you. Okay. We've also got... Oh, Susan, welcome in. So good to see you. Unfortunately, I don't have amber. That's on the list. But I do have cinnabar, smoky quartz, and labradorite. I'm also going to bring in some aquamarine, some leopard skin jasper for your cat Corey. Leopard skin jasper helps with every aspect of healing with animals. It also aids us in connecting with our animal guides and spirits, and attracting a soulmate, as well as helps with healing anything that's impacting the skin. So we'll bring this in for Corey. And we'll bring in some aquamarine because that's a great stone for teeth and gums. We also like to bring that one in for Key, as Key works with customer service, and this is a great stone for that. And I'm going to bring it in for Susan and Greg. This is good for all body fluids, especially good for the gums and the teeth. It's great for deflecting pettiness and sort of, you know, like when people are looking for somebody to take their aggression out on, kind of like the always grieved. We often joke that it's the anti-Karen stone, but it's also a may justice prevail kind of stone. And it's great for forgiveness, whether that forgiveness is based in I'm forgiving you to set myself free, or I'm forgiving you to give you another chance, whichever it might be. This can really help. So we will bring that in. Let's actually put that on top of the rose quartz. There we go. sleep regulation and stuff. Yeah, cinnabar, smoky, and labradorite. Cinnabar. Cinnabar is these red dots that we see here is the only part that's truly cinnabar, as the camera is completely confused. But cinnabar is actually mercury, so do not put this in water and drink it. Be careful handling it. Very, very toxic, and old school stone of bringing in customers. This was long considered the merchant stone. So we'll definitely bring that in, calling in customers to all of us that are self-employed, Jennifer included, me included. Smoky quartz is highly, highly protective. It transmutes energy, it calms worry, it removes energy blocks, and it's even been used as far back as at least the Middle Ages to prevent theft. It can come in this sort of almost clear, but just a little bit smoky, all the way up to nearly black smoky. There we go. Ooh, there goes the smoky. There goes that smoky quartz for sure. And we've got labradorite. This one is fantastic also for customer service folks, so thinking of key, but also clairvoyance and our spiritual vision in a sense. This is also one that helps with research and study, as well as that very detailed attention. If you need to find errors in a lot of data, like if you're doing your taxes or if you're doing like coding or anything like that, this can be a really excellent stone to work with. It's also great for helping you sleep better. So we'll bring in that labradorite. And I hope that works well for you. Let's also see financial uncrossing too, and stability. Let's do some red tiger eye in case it is any kind of bad energy there. Red tiger eye helps us to manifest money in a hurry, but it's the most protective stone that I have. It's for the mundane things like bullying and toxic kind of interpersonal play, all the way up to like malevolent spiritual work. This helps to ward it off, prevent it, help you to see it, help you to ground it, and help keep it away from you. So we'll bring that in too, just in case that's a thing. Go. There we go. And I hope that that helps. Hey Maricela, good to see you. Good to see you. Yeah, I got, for Korakar's family, I've rutilated already. Your kitty's not feeling well either, Susan. I am sorry to hear that. I definitely have leopard skin Jasper in there, so I hope that that helps support your cat. Awesome. Court cases, family issues. Oh, and Chris, you'll see us tonight. Okay, preemptive vote. Okay, your vote is tallied, and have a beautiful day. Let's see. Buyers for your art show, definitely citrine or cinnabar. Sunday at a craft pop-up at 4th and South. I used to live at 4th and South. I lived there for years. It is wild. I had so much fun living there. Not a lot of sleeping, but a whole lot of fun. I hope you do well. Definitely cinnabar helping to attract those customers. And for justice too, aquamarine and sapphire can be really helpful with speedy justice. So we'll bring that in. Sapphire is also superb for channeling. If you're connecting to spirit, a absolutely beautiful stone to work with. It's also thought to help connecting with the angelic realm, as well as anything having to do with the thyroid and even dementia. It's also, some folks do connect it to working with the eyes and ears, which does kind of make sense given the intuition side too. But yeah, it's a wonderful stone for connecting to spirit, and for those of us who connect to spirit to get messages for someone else, to do the best job at sort of translating those messages for the person on the receiving end. So this is sapphire. And this is actually how it forms. This is the shape it takes when it forms. It was not cut into this shape, so it's always so interesting. So best wishes for good, speedy justice. Let's see. Okay. Lots of trolley honks. I don't know if you can hear the honking outside, but Hi, Anook. More positive energy. You got it. Today marks halfway through your pregnancy. Congratulations, Maricela. All right, well, let's start there. Rhodochrosite, moonstone, unakite, pink tourmaline, selenite. Selenite reflects nothing but pure white light, and as such, it can be wonderful for shifting the energy of a space. I use it to clear the energy of crystals. I often leave crystals just sitting on the selenite for hours at a time. You can also use it to clear your aura. Let me just take a piece. It can be a big piece like this or a smaller piece. It doesn't matter. A little goes a long way. Just kind of comb your auric field. It's really nice. But yeah, we'll go ahead and for right now, we'll put that at the top of the grid. And who knows, maybe I'll even add more. Yeah, we'll see. I might even add more, but yeah, absolutely love it. It really brings up the energy of everything. We've also got rhodochrosite, moonstone, pyrite. Unakite, pink tourmaline. Pink tourmaline is great for everything GYN related. Everything GYN related. So gynecologic issues all the way up through pregnancy and the mom-baby bond for sure. This is also great for whether you're moving through puberty or someone near you is. This helps with also muscle weakness, dispelling negativity around your self-image. Anything having to do with hormones, particularly for women, but also neuralgia and migraine. So that is some pink tourmaline. I'm going to go ahead and sprinkle it around the center here. Hey, Vincent, good to see you. Lots of love to you and Korakar. Unakite is also great for moms-to-be. This is great for fertility, pregnancy, birth, labor, prenatal, postpartum, all of the things, but also great for things like menopause as well and onset of menses as well. It helps with heart, circulation, and body fluids. It's connected with metabolism, and it's also connected to helping quit smoking and addictions in general, but particularly smoking. So I hope that this is helpful for you. So bring some unakite in. Next is moonstone. Moonstone helps with connecting to the divine feminine and the cycles of nature, accepting divine timing, attracting love, learning wisdom and knowledge, especially if it's in spiritual pursuits or divinatory pursuits, astrology, anything like that. I think of it as being like very connected with the High Priestess and the Tarot deck. It's connected with intuition, it's protective during travel, and it helps to release patterns. So we'll bring in Moonstone. Pyrite is one that I often think of Korakar's mom with too. This is a stone that it's actually fool's gold. And there's a concept or an understanding that fool's gold brings the real gold, but it's also very protective while helping us open up to our intuitive energy. This can be really helpful, especially if you're opening up to intuition in a new way or for the first time ever. It's a two-sided thing. It's like, yes, I want to be more open, but I want to be selective about what I'm open to. This can help hold that boundary. It's also great for brain and memory to help prevent side effects of radiation treatment and fever, lungs, protection in general. Yeah, so let's bring this in. And just like our sapphire, this is how it forms. They form in these cubes in nature. It's really interesting. Let's actually put them on top of the Moonstone. There we go. And rhodochrosite, excellent for mother-baby bonding. It's also good for the heart and circulation and feeling connected with your ancestors as well. This also helps with connection to telepathy and shamanic journeying, as well as connection to deceased pets. And it's thought to help things like stress, headache, and asthma. So rhodochrosite. Put that right there. All the best to you, lots of love, and I hope everything continues to go super well throughout your pregnancy. It was hard to say. Yeah, it's some really intense energy right now. It was heavy last night too. And let's see. So Patty, I'm still chatting with the divine to figure out what my new path is and manifesting my unique good. I love it. I would love some sunstone, red tiger eye we have, chevron amethyst, lapis, and snowflake obsidian. You got it. Lapis, sunstone, chevron amethyst. Sunstone is the ultimate remedy to thinking small. This allows us to really see a much bigger potential for ourselves than we currently see. Sometimes we're, in a way, holding ourselves back because we just don't think enough of ourselves. This helps solve that problem in a big, big way. It's very supportive. It helps with self-esteem and connection to spiritual guidance. Chevron amethyst helps us to connect to spirit. It helps us to hear the wishes and guidance of spirit, as well as share our wishes with spirit. The chevron is referencing if you look at the white that's in there, it makes a chevron. It actually goes up and down, up and down. It's not the shape of the way it's cut, which is a double terminated stone, and it's obviously cut in those perfect shapes. But chevron amethyst, great for that two-way street, connecting with spirit, sharing what we want and need and how we need help, and then listening to the guidance in return. It's also helpful for visionary work, channeling, connecting to any kind of wisdom in any way, and tolerance of others, as well as anything that's degenerative on a physical level. So we'll go ahead and bring this in. Snowflake Obsidian helps with releasing pent-up guilt, helps us to recognize patterns and reprogram our way of like setting those defaults, the things that we keep doing over and over again. It also helps with balancing the body, mind, and spirit and embracing a sense of serenity and peace, also hopefulness after loss. Great for clairaudience, those of you that tend to hear your spiritual guidance. This can be a really powerful stone. And it can also calm overstimulation. So like if your nervous system is just a little bit extra fried, this could be really helpful. So we'll put some Snowflake Obsidian there. Lapis helps with pain and inflammation as well as integrity. This can help with moving up in your career for sure, but also you embodying and those around you embodying integrity. So deep honesty, truth, and communication. It also aids disorganization and supports personal responsibility. So there we go. It's also aligned with the inner ears, so balance and hearing as well. I'll just put this here near put that right near our sapphire. There we go. And given your request, I also wanted to bring in chrysocolla. This is one that can help encourage us on our spiritual purpose or on our spiritual mission. It also helps us to find new ways of tapping in creatively, which can help open up those intuitive pathways a little bit more. And it helps us in making decisions that are in the best alignment with our highest good and with our heart's desires. So that is chrysocolla. I'll put that behind the rose quartz. And all the best to you. Good to see you. Good to see you, W. Hey, Patricia. Going through the dark night of the soul? Absolutely. Absolutely. Snowflake Obsidian is somewhat good at that. It helps you with feeling a little bit more grounded and moving through, like letting go of things, but being hopeful for the future. Other stones good for dark night of the soul. First is hematite. This helps us to feel grounded, and it also helps us to release energy. When we're going through something that's like real ups and downs, dark night of the soul type stuff, sometimes we get just almost overwhelmed with our own energy. It's almost hard to find enough time to release it as we process it. So hematite helps us to release that energy in our body, connect it back with the earth where it gets recycled and renewed. It's deeply grounding. It's very heavy. It has a lot of iron in it. And as such, it helps us to feel connected with the earth and not quite so just lost in our feelings, but reconnected with nature. So we'll bring this in. And the next I want to bring in is Numite. Whoop. There we go. So Numite is from Greenland. It's only mined in Greenland. And it's and only for a few months of the year because it's usually pretty frozen there. But this helps us it bridges the gap between ours and the spiritual realms. But even more specifically, when we're going through stuff and we're in the darkness, getting these beautiful glints of golden divine wisdom and insight from our process that we're going through. So you see that kind of gold glint that sort of pops up on these? There's some. So as I move it in the light, you can see where it's reflective. That's called labradorescence, even though it's not labradorite. It reflects light the same way. And it's that light in the darkness that is thought to be just spirit speaking to you to help you draw the conclusions and process the things and learn the lessons. And also to feel like spirit is there with you. This is a very old stone. It's 3 to 4 billion years old. It's very, very old. So think of like deep ancient wisdom with like these bright, beautiful gold spots of the rewards of going through all of that. So I hope that this is helpful for you. I'm going to put some Numite here and here. As well as here and here. There we go. Yeah, Numite is a really powerful stone. It also helps to keep energy clear, and it helps to take the guidance that we get and synthesize it into action. So it is a little bit connected with our Earth Star chakra, which is how we show up and like take our soul's purpose and make it actionable, making the right moves to use that. So I hope that that helps, and lots of love to you. Can we add something for knowing our value and staying grounded in our true self no matter what goes on around us? Absolutely. Let's see. I feel like that's honey calcite. This is definitely like optimism in difficult times kind of stone. It brings a lot of positivity. It attracts good colleagues, good people around you, whether you're looking for a love interest, colleagues, friends, neighbors. This helps bring good people your way, but definitely one that is very supportive in really challenging times. It can also be really helpful for balancing the solar plexus, which is our sense of self, with our sacral, which is our center of relationships, community, and how we connect with others, so that we can balance those boundaries in between. You're so welcome, Patricia. Yeah, you're welcome back anytime. Sorry for what you're going through, but I hope it all works out okay. Yeah, dark nights of the soul are no joke. But yeah, so let's bring in this honey calcite. I'm going to put it in behind the Numite. That's a lot of positive support, and also positive support to who you are and how you show up in the world too. It's a really beautiful stone. So, and a really beautiful intention. So thank you for having it. Let's see. I know Chris had some good requests too. Let's go ahead and bring in I love blue kyanite whenever we get requests around intuition. This helps us to better understand the intuitive messages that come down from spirit. So even if you're struggling with something like, say, understanding your dreams, blue kyanite can be really helpful. It's also helpful with accepting yourself exactly as you are. So I like to think of it as radical self-acceptance. Just, I am lovable and I am me regardless of anything else and what anyone else says. So this is also in support of Susan's request. Heart's request. And this is also thought to be helpful for neurological care, especially if it impacts speech and mobility. So blue kyanite. There we go. We've also got aragonite, Caribbean blue calcite, herkimer, iolite peridot. There we go. Peridot is great for breaking up old habits and cycles and things. But it's also really great for supporting those friendships that help you to be the best version of yourself. It's thought to help things like depression, weight gain, and even anger and jealousy, as well as digestion. So this is everything from IBS to acidity, things like that. And this is peridot. So we'll go ahead and we'll sprinkle it in the center here. Iolite can be really helpful with any kind of shamanic work or visionary intuition. It's also great at aiding better sleep, especially if it's energetically involved, that you keep waking up. But it's also helpful for things like money management, weight loss, and fever. So we've got our iolite here. Put that there. Put this here. Herkimer helps with manifesting in a deeply spiritual way. It basically sends the message, yes, universe, this is what I want and need. And I'd like this manifestation to impact everyone it touches in the best way possible. It helps us to be in the present moment, which is so important when we're thinking about our next steps. We don't want to keep wishing our lives away. It helps to balance discordant energy. It's great for metabolism and opening up our intuition. So here we go. Bring this in. Aragonite with Caribbean blue calcite is a very frequent request. And this is a stone that has two types of calcite. The brown is aragonite and the blue is the Caribbean blue calcite. Now the Caribbean blue calcite works with the crown chakra, which is the top of the head, and even more so with the soul star above there. The soul star chakra has a lot to do with our highest spiritual potential and seeing, sensing, and just acknowledging what's in front of us. So keeping that clear, it's almost like our spiritual North Star, keeps us guided. The aragonite is for the opposite. It's for the Earth Star chakra, and that's how we actually enact all of the guidance and wisdom and potential and make it something we can do, carry forward, make choices, and make actions in alignment with our spiritual highest purpose. So this can be a really balancing stone for soul's purpose. It helps to, because it's two opposite ends of the energy field, it can also help balance everything in between, including the kundalini, which lays dormant at the base of the spine, as to unwind and uncurl. So we'll bring this in. So there we go. We also have, let's see. And let's bring in some standard amethyst. Amethyst, we talked about chevron amethyst, but regular amethyst is also exceptional. This is one that works really well if you are on any kind of like self-improvement journey. This is one that helps with ownership of tasks and completing things and saying, follow through to a big extent. as well as personal responsibility, taking responsibility for our own actions, not taking responsibility for other people's actions or inactions. This is a stone that allows us to focus on those things and bring a greater balance into life. And as such, it's also really helpful for those who might be going through their addiction journey or work within 12 steps. This is very much aligned with that. So, amethyst. Let's see. There we go. Oh, Greg's going to have some short stories going out into the world soon. That's awesome. All the best with him fighting a literary agent, too. Let's see. I've got some room for some other requests if anyone has any. But it is a really particularly beautiful Friday afternoon, and I kind of don't mind if people are outside enjoying it, especially because tomorrow is supposed to be really, really bonkers nasty out. So let's see. Joy, happiness. That's awesome. Well, let's bring in some good support for Greg's writing. Let's bring in some blue tiger eye. I work with this a lot. I actually have a blue tiger eye bracelet that I wear a lot when I'm writing for courses or the website, which is often. It's super fun. It really helps with writing and with communication, but bold communication. This helps to calm and ease as well, especially if you're stressed out, but it's great for bold communication. It's like the whistleblower stone. It's the don't shoot the messenger stone. This is great for public speaking and writing, but especially telling your truth, facts over feelings, especially if you have to say or write things that are not going to please everyone. This is a really great stone, a protector of truth tellers. So we'll bring that in. I also was looking through my specimens that I have last night, and we had been talking about lepidolite and amazonite, and I have quite a few pieces from that lepidolite, amazonite, both in the same specimens kind of batch, and I thought to bring this one out. This is amazonite. Amazonite is helpful for self-care, especially for those of us who tend to think of others before ourselves, which I know is a lot of you. It reminds us that self-care is very important, and it helps us with the self-confidence to say that. It's also helpful for the spine and spinal nerves. And here is lepidolite. This is lithium mica. And yeah, so that's that purpley silverish kind of like, if I took like, say, something flat, I could actually start to pry this apart in layers. Lithium mica is lepidolite. Lithium, yes, like the mental health medication, it is actually I believe it's on the periodic table of elements. But lepidolite helps with, on an energetic level, stabilizing mood, helping boost mood, and helping to understand our feelings and learn from them and what's at the root of them. It's also great for discerning, should I stay, should I go type questions. So this has both. So I want to bring that in. I thought you all would find it interesting. So I think we're about at that time where I'm going to go ahead and First of all, remind you all that I stream again at 8 p.m. East Coast US time tonight and 8 p.m. on Sunday. But let's go ahead. I'm going to take a few moments and I'm going to think of a few stones that would add a little something extra to the grid. And then you all are going to vote on which one you feel is the best fit. If you're new, please know that you are not limited to just one vote. Hint, hint. And while you all are voting, I am going to explain what Reiki is, a little of how it works, and then we're going to dive into the healing, which is just being exactly who you are, exactly where you are, receiving the self-care that you need. And already we know how to vote. Okay, so give me a moment. Let me peek through and see what else would be of super help. So let's see. Loud day on my street, huh? Well, first I feel like there's so many good choices today. Let's go ahead and bring in these two options. First is zoisite, which I feel like it's really good at releasing negativity, but it's also great at facing challenges, challenging obstacles, challenging people, encouraging you to face the problems that you may be procrastinating or feel too disempowered to face. This can be really helpful. It also helps to alleviate like sluggishness and like apathy overall. And I feel like it's a good one to start moving into spring with. It helps with connection to nature as well. And the next I wanted to bring in was red jasper. This is one that can be really helpful with empowerment. It helps us to fight injustice and bullying. It's good for grounding the root chakra, psychic and spiritual protection, and emotional support, especially for things that are like long-term, like a long-term something you need to deal with that negatively impacts your mental health. So yeah, so red jasper, zoisite, I feel like they're both pretty grounding, but zoisite also fairly uplifting. Red jasper helps to plug us into our root chakra, which is vital needs, primal urges, fight or flight, but also empowering us to stand up for those things. So red jasper or zoisite, go ahead and vote. You don't have to vote for just one, hint, hint. And if you look at the chat, you'll know what I mean. While you're voting, if you haven't already hit that like button, please consider doing so. I'm going to quickly explain what Reiki is all about, and then we're going to get into the healing. So thanks again for being here. Again, I'm Danielle Stimpson. I'm the owner of Learn Reiki Philadelphia. And if you want to learn more about me, my live online Reiki certification courses, my community Discord, one-on-one distance sessions and readings, or my crystal shop, visit learnreikiphiladelphia.com or check out the links in the description. Also linked in the description is my email newsletter, so just putting that out there. And there is a special running right now, only through Sunday. You can find it on the shop page on my website. If you scroll down all the way to the bottom, you'll see where you can buy gift certificates and packages. If you purchase one hour distance session with me, you'll get the second at not quite half price, but pretty close. So basically $1 a minute. So $120 is 2 hours of distance services of your choice. So go ahead and check that out there. The sessions never expire. You can use them together or separately. But the offer expires on Sunday at midnight. So what is Reiki? Well, the style of Reiki I've been working with for almost 15 years now is Usui Reiki, known basically, the energy of Reiki has existed and persisted long before Usui, but this particular method, founded by Mikao Usui in the early 1920s of Japan, has become far and wide the most popular in the West. And that's for a lot of reasons, but mainly because it's very, very spiritual, but very, very secular at the same time. So what is energy? Well, energy, let's look at that from the perspective of Usui and the indigenous spirituality of Japan, known as Shintoism, in which everything has a soul. So people, animals, plants, planet, everything has a soul. And all soul energy is united and is all connected on a certain level. Within that interconnectedness, there's additional spiritual forces at play, one of which is a spiritually guided soul energy or life energy. And that's what Reiki translates to. This is essentially one of many practices that Usui created that allow folks to more easily connect with that energy. And so this is an energy that, like I said, it's flowing through everyone, everywhere. So it's flowing through you right now, even if you've never heard about it. It's still flowing there. Your body, mind, and spirit work with this energy all the time to bring your energy into the greatest balance and the greatest healing good that it can. And essentially what I'm doing using Usui's techniques is connecting to that energy and directing even more of it to all of you, which then allows your body, mind, and spirit to do even more to support your greater good. You can set intentions for your healing at any time during the session. Just bring whatever the intention is to mind and let the universe take it. And you don't have to have any specific intention. Morbid curiosity is a perfect reason to check out Reiki. And it's much like describing what chocolate tastes like. Isn't it just much easier to experience it and see what it feels like for yourself? So during the session, you may feel sensations in your physical body. Your emotions, they may come up. There may be emotions released. mentally you might have a really good opportunity to like think some things through or process things on a level that you haven't been able to before. Or spiritually, you may get a sudden breakthrough or an intuitive experience that helps you to move forward in life. You may also feel deeply relaxed and just take a really beautiful nap. It'll probably be some unique combination of all of those, exactly what you need today, and every session's a little bit different. So what do you need to do during the session? Not a thing. I suggest that you get as comfortable as you physically can, whether it's sitting up, lying down, whatever feels right, and simply enjoy. You don't have to focus on anything. You don't have to keep your mind silent by any means. You can even use this time alongside something else that you find helpful, like while you're doing some yoga stretches or writing music or writing in your journal or creating art. Whatever feels right to you at this time is the perfect thing to do. While I'm sending, you'll notice that the lights will dim down and they will move slowly and evenly from one color to the next. At no point will they flash or strobe. And if you enjoy the music that I will turn up, the link to the content creator for that is all the way at the bottom of my description. Her name is Cindy Loker of The Relaxation Works, and you can check out her channel anytime you like. At the end of the 25-minute session, you'll hear my voice come in. I'll invite you to take a deep breath, slowly come back into your body, and at that point, I'll reopen the chat where I will happily answer any questions you may have, and you can share any experiences that you feel inclined to share. And thank you everyone for being here today. It really helps lift things up. Additionally, part of the things that are at play that we don't always mention are in Chinese medicine, it's thought that the more people come together with the same or similar intention, the greater the energy potential is magnified by every person that shows up. So simply by being here, you're helping. Also, if you're watching this in the future, know that Reiki flows through everyone and everything everywhere, regardless of physical space distance between or time. So if you're watching this in the future, hello from the past, you're going to have just the same amount of fun and healing as if you were here live. Of course, if you want to subscribe with your notifications on so you don't miss an opportunity, you can always join us live and request some crystals exactly for you. If you are here live and you would like some Reiki at a time when I'm not live, you can always enjoy the past live stream healing. There's well over 200 videos there that you can pick one out by the picture of the grid on the thumbnail, whatever feels right to you, and dive right in. You can always zip ahead to the Reiki if you need to. But thank you so much for being here. I absolutely adore being here with all of you, sending you Reiki where and whenever you happen to be. So let's go ahead over, see what won that vote, and start on the healing. Ooh, good stuff. So we've got both, red Jasper, both. Awesome. It's going to be both. Yeah, red Jasper I think was an easy choice today too. So let's go ahead and bring this piece of red Jasper in. And we'll also bring in, let's see, let's actually do this. Let's use some smaller red Jasper. So the best way to get comfortable, any way that feels right to you. You can lay down, you can sit up, you can cover your eyes. Let's see, sneak this one in here. Sneak this one in here. Awesome. And for our zoisite, let's put one piece. Let's put this piece here. There we go. Oh, that feels really, really nice. Good call on the selenite. Okay. Thanks again, everyone, for being here. It's always an honor and a blessing to share some healing with all of you. Enjoy your session, and I will see you in about 25 minutes. invite you now, take a deep breath in and out. Slowly come back to your body. Wiggle your fingers and toes. Gently come back. Thank you so much for being here with me this afternoon. As always, it's an honor and a privilege to share this healing with all of you. And if you have any questions or anything you'd like to share, the chat is open. And as a reminder, I will be back at 8 p.m. this evening and Sunday evening. That's 8 p.m. East Coast US time. Nurse Blair, you're so welcome. Lots of love to you and your family. Maricela, you're so welcome. Oh, that's hilarious. Moon tried to put in a late request, but all she managed was a game over emoji. You're welcome, W. And Jennifer, I'm sure Moon's request was definitely heard by the universe. I think Hattie's request was a deep nap because she is out. She's out cold. Yeah, it's nice out. It's so nice to be able to do Reiki for everyone with the window open. And not just a crack because it's so stiflingly hot in my apartment, but actually have a window open with fresh air. She tried to report someone. Cats or something. You're welcome, Susan. And yes, thank you everyone for being here and for sharing this space and being so supportive and uplifting of one another. Super, super welcome, everyone. Yes, love and blessings to you too, Patty. See you at 8. Aww. She's curled up like a little shrimp and it's adorable. You hope to make it back for 8. If not, just set the intention that the energy come to you too, and it will. It's okay. Big yawn. So yeah, thank you so much for being here. I'm going to go ahead and bring the stream to a close now with an abundance of gratitude. If you didn't already, please consider hitting the like button and consider subscribing with your notifications on so you don't miss an opportunity. Thank you all so much for sharing your time with me. I deeply appreciate every single one of you. Take care of yourselves. Hope to see you again soon, and bye for now.